My name is Ari Bradshaw. I am the president of the North Valley Young Republicans here in Phoenix, Arizona.
So you see our booth. What do you think of it?
I love this. I think foreign affairs are incredibly important. More Americans should pay attention to what's happening around the globe. And nowhere is more important globally than what's happening in China. It's the most populous country. It's the world's largest economy. There's, by some metrics, America is still the largest, but in many respects, what happens in China is critical to what happens across the entire world, especially here in America. A lot of our economy is determined by what happens in China. And so seeing there be a strong effort of Chinese nationals living in the United States and American allies to bring about a more democratic, a more capitalist future in China that thwarts kind of these big interests, these corporatists, these, neo-fascist or communist influences within Chinese Communist Party. I think it's great to see. I want to see it grow more and more and more. I think that we can't let up on the gas. We have to add more fuel to the fire.
What is your impression of the Chinese people who are working here? Are they nice people?
Oh, of course. I mean, I've throughout all my schooling, both middle school and high school, we had Chinese students coming here studying with Americans, and every Chinese person who comes to America that I've met falls in love with America. They fall in love with the vision that we have for our people here. They fall in love with the opportunity, with the vision of our founders. And I think that when they come here, they are like, wow, I wish that some of these ideas could be taken back to my homeland. I think a lot of what I found talking to Chinese nationals living in the United States is that they're shocked because they didn't even know that you could have the types of freedoms that you have here. They didn't even understand that, the right to defend oneself and to bear arms, that could be a right. That's something that could be innate. That could be considered a God-given or natural universal right. Concepts like that, I think, are important to share, to spread, and to have people understand the underlying philosophical framework behind why people hold these things to be free. Often in foreign countries, especially in some of these more collectivist ones like China, the notion of freedom is a lot more attributed to positive freedom, where it's yours. Freedom is, if I want to do X, Y, or Z, then I'll have the opportunity to achieve that, rather than negative freedoms, which are freedoms from intervention. And so in America, we try to maximize your negative freedom so there's no one interfering with your path to do what you want to do. But in other countries, they have, false notions of positive freedom, which are always fleeting. You can't guarantee that someone, positive freedom would be, I want to go be a doctor. That would be you have the freedom to go to schools, do well in all of them, and then study to be a doctor, etc. And that's not a freedom you can write into law, but that's freedom that you can try to maximize by enabling the negative liberties to remove the barriers from people becoming that. And I think that's a big distinction in liberties that, the Americans value our negative freedoms a lot more. And if we could spread the reasons why, that would have a great cascading effect across the world.